My name is Kayla. On the morning I turned 18, my mother handed me a black garbage bag. My father stood by the front door, keys in his hand, his face blank like. This was just another task to finish. There was no shouting, no argument, no explanation. Just a silence that said everything. You're not our responsibility anymore. Before I could even process it, my phone was taken from my hand and thrown onto the street. I heard it crack against the pavement. My car? Already sold. The small college fund I thought I had? Gone before breakfast. By 6:29 a.m., I was standing outside my own house, alone. I was born at 6:14 a.m. I know that because my mom used to keep my birth certificate framed in the hallway. She said it was one of the happiest days of her life. She used to smile when she looked at it. Back then, I thought it meant something. That I meant something. But that same hallway sounded very different just minutes later. Instead of laughter or memories, it echoed with the harsh sound of plastic dragging across the floor. My clothes, my books, the few things. I called mine, stuffed carelessly into a garbage bag like they had no value. Like I had no value. My dad opened the door and stepped aside. He didn't look angry. He didn't even look at me. He just waited, and when I stepped out, holding that bag like it was the only proof I existed, he closed the door. Click. That sound stayed with me longer than anything else. I knocked. Once. Twice. 3 times. Nothing. No footsteps, no voices, just silence. By the 3rd knock, I already knew the truth. That door wasn't opening again. That night, I didn't cry. Not because I was strong, but because something inside me had already gone numb. You don't always break in one moment. Sometimes you crack slowly, over years. And when the final moment comes, there's nothing left to shatter. I walked for hours. My feet started blistering, each step harder than the last. I had no plan, no money, nowhere to go. Just one bag and the weight of everything I had just lost. People passed by me without a second glance. Some looked at me, then quickly looked away. Others didn't see me at all. And that's when it hit me. When you have nothing, you become invisible. But there was one thing they didn't know. I wasn't as unprepared as I seemed. Growing up in that house had taught me more than they realized. I had learned to stay quiet, to observe, to notice the things people thought I wouldn't understand. The arguments, the lies, the money. And before they locked me out, I had kept pieces of it. Not everything, but enough to matter. The first few days were about survival. Finding somewhere to sit without being asked to leave. Finding somewhere to charge my phone. Finding somewhere to exist without feeling like I didn't belong. Day 3, I found free Wi-Fi. Day 5, I found a place to sleep, even if it wasn't permanent. By day 9, something inside me shifted. I stopped thinking like someone who had lost everything, and started thinking like someone who had nothing left to lose. I didn't go back, I didn't call, I didn't beg. Instead, I focused, quietly, carefully. Piece by piece, I started building something new, something they couldn't take from me. By day 14, things began to change. Small at first, almost unnoticeable. By day 18, they noticed, and by day 22, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. Unknown numbers, missed calls, voicemails stacking one after another, over and over again, 53 times in a single day. The same people who threw me out without hesitation were now desperate to reach me, desperate enough to keep calling, again and again. Funny how quickly things change. When you have nothing, no one listens. No one cares. But the moment you take your power back, the moment you stop being the person they thought you were, suddenly everyone remembers your name. They thought they ended my story that morning. They thought that door closing was the final chapter. But they were wrong. That wasn't the end. That was the beginning. And for the first time in my life, the story was finally mine to control.